Hello and welcome to another week for MMIS 102. Now, in this week, I'll discuss about Google Charts. So I just searched in Google Charts, and then you can see that. Now, this is one of the most powerful thing in data visualization that we'll try to introduce in a final assignment. Of course, we have used Power BI. Power BI is doing the visualization by itself. So you can imagine that the Power BI is similar to Excel. So in different platform like mobile device, iPad, or if you want to make your own program, you really cannot directly use the Power BI in your application. What you can do, you can prepare picture, you can prepare the output from the Power BI, and you can copy paste the picture into your program. This is not efficient. So Google Chart is giving the leverage, the benefit to the programmers to use API to draw extraordinary data visualization pictures that we do in Power BI or we do in Excel easily into your own application, custom application. So if you learn the Google chart, then all the knowledge regarding data visualization will be complete, right? You can make your own data visualization by yourself using those API tools. And this is one of the the cloud computing is one of the dominant thing nowadays, and this program is on top of the cloud computing, which means that you can use this chart drawing anywhere, from anywhere in any platform, very quickly, very smoothly, and you don't need to do a lot of coding. And it's a kind of lightweight programming. Okay, so if I click the Google Charts, the Google for developers, then you can see that you have a rich set of gallery. At the very beginning, you have an example like pie chart is given. So you can imagine that it's very nice looking and well designed Google chart, and you can see the code here. It has a rich set of gallery. Now, if I click the chart gallery, then that should be the starting point. So this type of chart we can easily draw. On the left side, you can see like different options. So I can start with the bar charts, for example. Then you can see that the explanation with the coding example given. So I would like to show you that how I can copy paste the code and run into the Visual Studio Code, right? So this is one of the interesting kind of examples. So let's see, we have a lot of coding. A complete example I would like to show. So I can see a complete example here of kind of bar chart. So once you go there, what you can, let's see what I can do here. Okay, so these are the different examples, demonstrated examples. These are the chart types. Now so all these are actually showing here. Okay, let's start with, say, the bar chart, of the chart. Code it yourself on JSFiddle and so on. So if you click here, the code is copied, right, of this particular chart. So, and probably something, let's see. So I copied the code by clicking here, and then I'm opening the Xcode. So, sorry, the Visual Studio um, code. Now, just so this is the Visual Studio code. You can download that. Now I click a new file, and then I can say that my first chart .html. So need to do .html, create file. I just want to create file under the downloads folder. Then you can see something like that. So you can see that under downloads folder, you have this file. So I just Control V. Then whatever I copied, it will be pasted. Now I want to run that code. So I click the run, I click start without debugging, then I click the first time it will appear with Chrome. So if I click that, then the Chrome browser will open and then this is bang, this is actually drawn, right? So this is the first starting point to draw the Google chart, right? So I can, if you hover the mouse, you can see, all the things. So you can see it has a really wonderful power to do the visualization, data visualization, and all these powers are actually coming from the Google Chat API. So I don't need to code anything on that, but I can customize the color, I can customize the font size, I can customize the layout, and so on. That help is given in Google Chart, right? Okay, let's jump to the coding of this particular portion. So we can see here, I would like to probably explain that here in a clearer way. So let's do one thing first. Okay, I tried to zoom it. Right? I tried to zoom it so that I can explain that clearly. So it starts with the HTML and then the head, right? Head, you can see that head is starting from here till here. So it has nice intending, right? So within the head, I'll basically do all the coding. Okay, so the first two script within the head is one is the JS loader. So loader.js, it is for the Google chart. And second script, you can see from here till here, our main coding. So the second script is the main coding. The first thing is that I want to load from Google.charts, the bar chart and set on load callback function, draw stuff. So draw stuff is actually called out. So what it is doing, it makes a kind of function which is called array to data table, in which I can put galaxy, distance, and brightness. So you can imagine it's a table. In this table, there are three columns. One is galaxy, distance, and brightness. And galaxy has this value, distance has this value, brightness has this value. So you can imagine it is a really three column table, and there are a total one, two, three, four, five, and five. So five tuples, five rows. So five rows and three column table. And then I want to put some options variable in which I want to give the width of the screen, the visualization, chart name, title, bar chart series, like the axis, x-axis, y-axis, and so on. And then finally, this is the important one. So you can hear that variable chart is actually Google Charts bar. And then what is this dual X div? So this dual X div is actually a division into the HTML where I want to draw it. So if I jump to the body, like here, you can see that the div, there's a div called ID, and this dual X div is here. So this dual X is actually this one, which means that in this particular division of the page, please draw all the thing that is shown here above, right? And that particular section is actually 900 pixel width and height is 500 pixel height, right? So you can change the direction, then you can see that, right? So if I run it again, I already ran it before, but um, so I just go to the run and start with the debugging, and then I can see the visualization. So I can see the output like this, right? So this is how I can look at the output of this particular Google chart, right? So now again, I would like to really screen share. Let's see. So this is the output and this is the coding, right? And now you can imagine that if I simply um, do one thing, that I can save it, I can look at the output here, right? So just side by side, I want to show something that I want to keep the width, say, 600 pixel, 600 pixel, and the width is say 300 pixel. So it's a small picture. So if I save it, So I just save it, and then I go here and refresh the page. I can see that the size becomes smaller, right? Another change I can do, I can just do the div. I just copy it, right? I just copy it two, and if I just save it, then I can expect like probably two pictures, right? So if I save it and if I just refresh it, I can see, okay, so it's two different because it's just overwritten in one after another. Um, so I just make a second division, say, right? And then I just do something like this, right? But same variable, so I can do variable, second variable of this particular division, and then I can draw this particular data, right? So if I say save it and then just refresh it, then I can expect two different pictures of two different div, right? So this is really, I think I just did that to give an idea that how you can code and you can change the different kind of division, right? And so on. Okay, let's jump to some other examples. So let me close it and let me go here. So you can see that you can do the bubble chart. So please explore all these examples. You can copy it and you can run it, right? So this is a really good bubble example. One of the important thing for your final assignment is the geochart. So I just jump to the geochart. So what is geochart? So in regionally, in different locations, different populations, right? So if there are large population, it will be darker or different colors and so on. So for example, in these countries, in different countries, there are different populations. I want to draw them. So let's copy this code from here by clicking it once, and let's open the um, Visual Studio.code. So I want to make a new text file, and I just copy and paste it, and I just save it as a HTML file. So let's do it with geochart. So you can say my geochart.html is on downloads. Now you just run it, did run without debugging and web app Chrome, and then you can see all the maps are shown, right? So this is how actually you really need that in your final assignment, but I will demonstrate that exact example in another video. So please look at all the videos and try it yourself, right? So happy coding on the Google Chart, right? Best of luck. Okay, thank you all.